Hey everyone, I am so excited about today's video. So I do have great plans to do more YouTube videos. I do. But I have these priorities like family first, then I have to get my schoolwork done, and then what I can do on social media I can like fit into the nooks and crannies. And I haven't had any nooks and crannies, so YouTube has definitely gone to the wayside. But I really appreciate those of you who do support me over here. I really am going to up my game. And so if you would take a moment to subscribe, I have some fun things coming up, especially with the new year and getting into my new MakseLife. And that is what today's video is all about. I cannot wait to show you. So first I want to talk about what MakseLife what's it been like for me. My planner for this year has been the MakseLife. I absolutely loved this planner. This planner I will go through, but it has done really amazing things and opened my eyes to different goals and different visions that I have for myself, and a different way to set goals and to keep them at the forefront of my mind throughout the whole week. So I know often we set goals at the beginning of the year and then never look at them again, or we are really, really good about goals until, what's the date? It's like February 15th that everyone, like their goals are gone, or January 15th. I can't remember what it is, but it's right at the beginning of the year that most people let their goals go. And what I love about this planner is it keeps you constantly thinking about those goals that you set. And not that you need to keep the goals, because sometimes we set goals that aren't the best for us. But this planner helps you realize, oh, like maybe I need to rethink that. It sets you through going through yearly goals and breaking them down into monthly goals and then into weekly goals and then into daily goals. And there are different planning systems or goal setting systems out there, but a lot of them have a lot of work to get started, which I have to say I kind of love those works, but a lot of people it's overwhelming. And so MakseLife you could really go through the prep work for this planner in an hour. If you wanted to. I took a little bit more time. I think I went through it for a few hours through a few days. I could set my goals within very little time and get started on them right away. And that's what I love about them. So let me tell you a little bit about this planner. It does have a wire O binding, and this was my cover for last year. I loved it. Yellow is my favorite color, so I was so excited that they had a yellow cover. I did use a vertical for the year. So most of the year was, I used vertical. But at the end, like a couple months ago, I decided that I wanted every other week to be horizontal. So I got a horizontal planner. And the great thing about these is you can open the binding really easily. But every other week I turned into a horizontal, so I have them like switching every other week, which you don't have to do that, but it was I'm glad that I did, because it made me realize that I am very much a vertical planner and horizontal is not going to be my planner for next year. Enough about this year's planner. Let's talk about 2021, because I know that is why you are here. You're wanting to know what the new planner looks like. So I love this planner, and I'm going to put it aside, and we're going to pull out my package. So this is my package with my 2021 planner. I actually have both the horizontal and vertical layout and 3 of the covers in this box that I'll be able to show you. You can probably guess my choice was the vertical. So I'm going to be going with the vertical, although I have a horizontal as well that I'm going to try to figure out a way to use both because I love this planner. But inside of the box is this darling quote. Those dreams look good on you, and I just think it is so cute. It's a fun little pop of color. That's what I love about Sierra's style, is it's very classy. So you have very neutral colors that you can do a lot of things with, but there's a pop of color in there for those of you who are like me and love color. I'm gonna flip the camera around now, and we're gonna do let you look right at the planner a little bit closer up. Welcome to my desk. This is the new MakseLife box. If you can tell, the stripes on this are a little closer together than they were last year, but pretty much a very similar style to last year's. I love that it's neutral. It looks really pretty, you know, stacked on a shelf like this with the bindings. You can put, you know, your 2020 here, or, you know, label it with whatever. All right, I'm super excited to be showing you the inside, the covers in these boxes, because oh my goodness, they are so beautiful. So I have 3 of the covers to show you. This is the pinstripe, and it is just so beautiful. I love that this one could be used by those of us who want, you know, like a less feminine planner. My husband actually is interested in stealing this one from me. It has like a light blue-gray with this blue stripe on it. Very, very neutral colors. And the back has the branding here. It has that like light blue-gray with gold foiling. I love this cover. I actually didn't order this one because I'm usually like I go for colorful, and it was sent to me, and I'm so glad that I got to see it in person because it is so much more beautiful, and so like it appeals to me so much more than I thought it would. So I'm so glad I have it. The other cover I have is this one, which is just so beautiful. This one is one of the artist series covers, and this was done by Toby Brown. She is known for her hand lettering, and I mean, just so cute. This says, "Hold on to your vision," the cute rainbow. And the back of this one has a red branding here with the gold foil. And the third one to show you is another artist series. This was my first choice cover, and I'm going to be swapping this onto my planner. This is another artist series by Jess Park. She is known for her watercolor, and a lot of you probably know because she's worked in our planner community for a while. This is just such a beautiful floral. A lot of times florals can be like in your face, they're bright and colorful, and I love that too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love bright and colorful. But this is a little bit more peaceful and subdued, and it feels much like a more professional floral. This does have gold foiling throughout. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see? I love this cover so much. And it has the pretty muted green branding on the back with gold foil. There is a third one that I do not have, and it has rainbow stripes down the center, and I think it's like a dark gray with a rainbow stripe that goes straight down, and it is super cute too. So look at all 4 covers when you go on the website. They all have the same band to hold them together. Sierra is doing a very limited number of interchangeable covers, so you can actually change your covers with this kind of binding, which has never been done before that I've seen, and I just love that she's doing that, so we can love all of the covers. Okay, I'm gonna first go through the vertical layout, and we're gonna do a little bit of comparison from this year to last year. So let's talk a little bit more about this. This is a calendar year. It's dated from January to December 2021. It has 21 pages of streamlined goal planning and instruction. So the beginning of this is actually like some work that you're gonna go through to help you set your goals for the year. Its page sizes is 7x9, so very similar to a lot of the popular planners that are on the market. One thing I love about these planners is she has made them so they're similar in sizing to those popular planners, so you can buy most kits that fit with like Erin Condren and the like, and they will work in here. This has 326 pages, which is one reason why she had to use this binding. This is the binding that works with a thicker planner. This is a chunky planner. It's definitely thicker than like an Erin Condren. In fact, let me grab that. So this is an 18-month Erin Condren, and so it's thicker already, but and it has stickers in it. So the new MakseLife is similar in size to a stickered up 18-month Erin Condren planner. So it's quite a chunky planner, which I don't ever mind because my planner stays with here on my desk. I take my digital planner around with schedule in it when I go places, but this is more something I reference when I'm sitting here in my office. The paper in this is amazing. You guys, it is amazing. It's not quite as slick as some papers like your Plum Paper planner, but it also doesn't have the tooth, like the really gritty tooth that like an Erin Condren paper has. It sits in between the two. It's 120 GSM, and it's also recycled bright white paper. So I just love this paper. Nothing, well, not very many things actually bleed through. Another thing that's really interesting, it has full color printing, but all the pages are printed with soy-based ink. So these are very earth conscious, printed on recycled paper, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful ink. Inside of this planner, every month has a different color scheme. So January has this blue color, February is like this teal, March is green, April is a gray, May is yellow, June is orange, July is red, and then I think we repeat. Oh, nope, August is purple, September is where you start repeating. October is the teal, November is green, and December is gray. So, and you'll see that kind of fit in through the rest of the planner. Another thing I forgot to mention about these covers is they are all textured. So I don't know if you can see it in the planner, but it does have a texture to it, which I think is just beautiful. The wire binding is coated, and I love the like more coppery color of it. It's not gold, it's not rose gold, it's definitely like a coppery color. A couple things that were changed from last year. The insides of these covers are coated, and so they're like a laminated high-end they're like more durable than last year's. Last year's, it feels like, you know, this is more silky, glossy, and this isn't coated, so it feels like paper. I'll be showing this as we go through the planner, but the fonts throughout this are bigger than they were last year, so they're easier to read. The quote pages are now in color. They're a lot more fun. And oh my gosh, I was saying this in Sierra's video, but I would like every single one of these quote pages to be like an art print that I could buy from her website because they're so beautiful. And there's more pops of color throughout than there were last year. It's still very neutral, but I do appreciate the pops of color that she put into this planner. All right, we open up to this page. This is very similar to last year's. The font's a little bit different. Instead of a line, we have dots here. But other than that, very, very similar start to the planner. Then we have a letter from the creator of MakseLife, and it kind of tells you the reason that she called it MakseLife. Moxie stands for, or it means energy, pep, courage, determination, and know-how. And it's a beautiful letter. You should definitely read. The getting started page is also very similar to last year's. We do have, again, I think she's replaced some of the lines with little dots, which I love. We have a flag here that she didn't have last year, and you can see that it is very, very similar to last year's, but this is where she goes through her goal setting system, how to do the compass assessment, how to set intentions, how to make annual goals in your vision. Step 4, doing the monthly goals and the weekly actions. And then step 5 is the monthly reflections and quarterly review. And I'll be talking more about that as we go. But this is a very simple system, which is great, but it also really works. The life compass is my favorite part of this planner. This is what you kind of assess yourself. This was mine last year, so you can see this page is pretty much the same, other than, again, she has the dots going in this year rather than lines. But you will go into these pages, which is the next page, and you will kind of rank yourself on these different areas of life. Taking that personal score, the total score, you take it back to this page, and you will shade in where you are in the levels of your life. So last year, this is where I had ranked. I honestly don't know that I'll be this high this year. This year has been a really hard year for me, and I know some of these areas I've fallen back in. Some of them I feel like I have grown in, but I definitely have some work to do. So I'm excited to do this life compass again. And I like the kind of the more simple lines that she's put into this year's planner, but pretty much it's very similar. And then again, here's the assessment scoring that you will do, like a little fun quiz. This is my intentions page from last year. And as you can see, she definitely added some color in, which I love. But again, it's very similar. I love that she has these pops of color throughout that she didn't have, because I am totally into color. I love color. This is where you're going to do the word of the year, what the word means to you, and then set some intentions for yourself. So very similar page. Okay, the next page is the setting goals page, which this is what it looked like last year. This year it's a little bit different, and I see that she's kind of moved it to 2 pages. One of the most important things, and the thing I loved most about last year, was this writing goals section, and she's actually made that a whole page. This is super important. So instead of writing like get rid of clutter, she writes clean out my garage this weekend. It's actionable, it's measurable, and it has a time frame when it needs to get finished. So she teaches you how to do that in here. Another page that she's added into this year's book is this setting goals page, and she talks about 3 types of goals on this page. So we have stretch goals, progress goals, and maintenance goals. And stretch goals, these are your dreams and your wishes and your desires, and these are things that are going to be, a little bit more difficult to achieve. They're things that take a lot of growth, and she wants you to do 1 to 3 a year. This is not something you're going to set tons and tons of these goals. These are going to be a little bit more difficult. Progress goals, these are things that, things that you desire to, actions you want to take in the different areas of life. So these are things, you can set quite a few of these. And then maintenance goals, these are maybe for things that you already do every day, like drinking water, and you want to maintain those throughout the year. So those are the 3 different kinds. She walks you through that. Then this page of the setting goals, you go through your annual, monthly, and weekly actions, and she kind of talks how to do that. So she's changed this quite a bit from last year. I love the colors that she's added in. So she has annual goals, monthly goals, and weekly actions here. So this is just a much more beautiful way to look at it. I'm excited to compare and contrast and see what she's written in here. I think it's very similar, but I just love the way it looks. And for those of you who are going to be using this for the first time, these pages are invaluable. This is actually a page I'm so glad that she added in this year. It was something that she gave to the Facebook group last year. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group, she does add some goodies sometimes for us. And I printed this out, and every month when I was setting my goals, I would look at this. What it does is there are 8 areas of life. They're personal, fun and recreation, work and learning, family and relationships, health and wellness, spirituality and personal growth, financial, and physical environment. And then to help you set the goals, it tells you kind of what would fit into that. So personal is like self-image, self-worth, self-love, self-care. It just helps you set your goals and think about what those areas may entail. This is another new page for the year, and it's dot grid. Thank heavens we have so many more dot grid pages. That's my favorite. I love dot grid because I like drawing boxes. I want things to fit in perfect. I also like I can't write without lines, and so it gives me the lines without feeling so like cumbersome and restrictive. But I can draw boxes here if I want to. This says, use a space to create a list or mind map of ideas, dreams, and goals for the upcoming year. So if one of your stretch goals is you want to lose weight, maybe you can make this into a weight loss track. Or if you want to track your different areas of your home that you want to fix up, your home is one of your stretch goals. So like it says here, the possibilities are endless. So you can do whatever you want on that page to help you with your goals. This is the annual goals page. So it's very similar to last year. The writing is bigger, and that's really nice. But this is what last year's looked like. I really like the dots versus the stripes that she had last year. But she also added in a focus. So I like that as well. I actually would do that sometimes in my monthly goals and just write like a focus for each of the things. So that's fun. So this is where you can go in and write your goals for the next year in each of the 8 categories. She gives you a vision board. She had that last year as well. I'll show you mine from last year. Here it is. I obviously didn't do the vision board. I'm not sure why I never did the vision board. Vision boards sometimes can feel overwhelming to me, and I just never got to it. But I'm going to try to do something with this year. It's a blank spread, so you can add pictures in. Maybe that's why I didn't do it. I don't do well with blank, like no lines, no dot grid, no nothing. It's overwhelming to me. So, but one of my goals is to do that. She also has a goal quick setting tips, and it's very similar to last year's in content, but obviously I really enjoyed this. I highlighted it all up. Okay, so then each month has a quote at the beginning, and she had that last year. Most of the quotes from this last year, this one was colorful, but most of them were, her neutral grays, which I liked, but I am a colorful girl at heart. So I really, really love these quote pages. So I'm going to go through them. This is January's. Wouldn't this be so beautiful as an art print? Seriously, Sarah, I think that you should do these into art prints. I want them all. This one's so pretty, and I love that it's very February colors. March. April is a quarterly compass, so you don't get the quote. You actually do you kind of reassess your compass. You do that every quarter. May is this beautiful quote. June, oh my gosh, I love this one. I want this one. You have another quarterly compass in July. Another quote in August. I love the rainbow. September is the Moxie. Tells you the definition of Moxie. That's so cute. October is your last quarterly compass for the year. And then you have this quote for November. Oh, I love this one. I guess you have a final quarterly compass, the end of the year compass for this. So those are the quote pages. Okay, one thing I love about Sierra is I sent her a list of things that I would like updated, and I'm sure other people did as well. She certainly probably wouldn't change them just for me. But one of the things that I sent her that she added into this one is the dots. They were centered last year. Let me see. I've honestly used all of my monthly spread, so I have to find one like the least used, which is, I don't know, probably this one. So last year the month dots were right in the center, which that doesn't seem like a big deal, but it takes away a whole space of usability there. And so I was so happy to see that she moved it to the corner, and they are a little bit bigger than last year, and then they do have the colors, which I think is the same. Let's look at my January. January I had like a kit, so I don't even know if we can see it. Oh yeah. So yeah, so it just moved it to the side, which I really, really enjoy. The month is now a little bit bigger. It doesn't have the 2021 behind it, which I appreciate. It's now down here. And dots instead of stripes, which I think is also really beautiful. The stripes are not on this side, and I appreciate that as well. Sometimes when things go to the edge, it can be really annoying for those of us who do use stickers because you have to cover it all the way to the end. One thing she does on her month pages are these stripes, and they're on several of the pages throughout the year. And so if you are using a sticker kit, it is a little bit frustrating because it does go right into the binding. And so you can't totally cover it up if you are using a sticker kit on the month spreads. I don't usually use sticker kits, so it doesn't bother me that much, but that is something to think about. She's also added in a lot of holidays that other planner companies don't think about, and I really appreciate that as well. Okay, this is what the monthly goal pages look like. They're separated into the 8 categories, and then you do have focuses with each of the areas, and she didn't have that last year. They're also bigger font size, and she changed the top part. I appreciated that she added the month in now because she didn't have it last year, so I actually added month stickers into each of mine so that I would know what month I was looking at. Another big change, especially for those of us who love or hate dot grid, either way, you're going to either be excited or not excited about this change. But you have to remember it's only on 12 pages a year, and there are other notes pages in the back that are lined. But I Love this page so much. Also that it's right next to the goals pages, so you can do like graphs, you can do habit trackers, monthly habit trackers if you want to mark, like doing a tending list kind of thing. Last year they were striped, so I actually have already drawn this line in. This is where I keep track of my meal planning. So I write, you know, Monday through Sunday here, and then my shopping list here, and just like a title there. But this gives me so many more options, and I'm very excited to use this in all sorts of different ways. Another thing that I actually requested, and I'm sure other people did as well, was for there not to be a title up here, because I don't use this as notes and reflections. So I appreciate the fact that this gives us a little bit more freedom to do what we want, and I don't have to cover this up or have two titles on a page when I'm using something different. The weekly actions look very similar, but she did add the week here. All right, let's get into the weeks and I can show you some of the changes. One thing I love that she did this year was separate the Saturday or the day of the week from the date. Last year she had them kind of overlapping on each other, and it was a cute design style, but I appreciate this. It's more simple to look at and easier to see. She also took away some shading from last year. I didn't mind the shading. I rarely ever use whiteout, but if you are a whiteout user, it would it could drive you crazy if you had to white out on top of some shaded boxes. But last year she had these boxes down here were shaded, and then these little title boxes at the top were also shaded. So this is what it looked like last year. We had the day of the week in like a more transparent behind the date. So I like the look of this so much better. We took out the shading here. There's not a notes. I like no titles on stuff. I just want to be able to do my own thing. And so I appreciate that she took that out. And then down here, the habits, you can see we have more habits. Last year we had 5. This year we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 habits to do throughout the week. I like how she left them so they're not shaded as well, because I sometimes mark with different colors. So that's nice that they're not shaded, and you have the dates up here. These also, you have more space at the bottom here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. And then the heart stands for gratitude. So it's intended to be a place for gratitude. Let's look at some of the extras in the back of the planner. This might be my favorite page of the whole new planner. I love that the dates or the different months are shaded in their color. And we have and they're bigger too. So easy to write. And you have an important dates section down here. Those are some of the changes. You can see last year we had much smaller calendars. They're not shaded, and there is no space down here. So great changes from this year to last year. I just love the change. And then we do, for you guys who love lined pages, we have several notes pages in the back. I love that she took out the shading. Last year, the notes pages had the stripes around the edges. So I appreciate that she took out the page or the shading around these so we can do what we want with them without that being something that gets in our way. There's also a big change to the pocket in the back. So this is laminated. It's a really nice high quality planner, very similar to the ones that you see in other high-end planners, and I just think it's so cute with the colors and the stripes. And last year's was an uncoated, just cardstock folder. This year she also added stickers, so you get this full page of goal setting stickers, which is so cute. I love these like long flat page flags, and then the cute quotes down here. And then again, you have the same accordion pocket in the back. For those of you who use a horizontal, I wanted to go through the horizontal planner. All the pages are the same except for the weekly pages. So let's open up to a horizontal. Here's a horizontal page from the new book. I love that she has taken out the shading. The horizontal was where the shading would bother me a little bit. Every other day was shaded in her last book. It was beautiful, but again, a little bit intrusive and cumbersome. So she doesn't have that anymore. We have the same date changes so that you don't have the overlapping day with the date. And then we have no shading anywhere else. So it's just a much more neutral planner. Unfortunately, being the amateur that I am, I have written on every horizontal page in my planner, but I'm going to show you a little bit. I just drew a line down the center, so if you could ignore that, that didn't come with the book. So you can see the stripes that were in every other page, and then other than that, the habits and the notes look very similar. You do have a little bit more spaced out habits, so a smaller notes section here. So I'm just so in love with this planner. I love all 3 of the covers that I have, and I plan on getting the 4th one just so I can have them all. But I do want to show how you do the interchangeable, how to change the covers. So it's actually super simple, like amazingly simple on this planner. So what you want to do is put the 2 cover pages together on one side, and all your other pages will be on the other side. You pull, just lightly pull each of these open. I know this sounds scary, but you don't want to go you don't need to open them very much, just a little bit. And then all you do is take off the back cover, and then you'll take off the front cover. You need to put the 2 covers together like this, inside out, and you'll put on the front cover. And then you'll put on the back cover. And then you just lightly squeeze them together and just bring them so they're just a little bit past. Okay, then you close the back cover and pick it up, and there you go. You have a new cover on there, and it was just as easy as can be. So I love that option that she's given us, and now I have this beautiful cover on my planner that I'm going to be using. So let's talk about price. This planner is a goal system and a planner in one, so you can just buy one planner for the year and it will cover everything. This retails for $68, and the covers retail for $10. So if you want to get some interchangeable covers, you can do that. She also has a sticker book this year that is so beautiful, and this retails for $20. It is 15 pages of functional stickers, which I am so excited about, and I think I need a few more of these for sure. These have just some beautiful stickers in them that are color coordinated, and you can use them with your goal system throughout the year or just, in your daily planning. And they're also perforated, so you can tear them off, put them into sticker books or whatever you want. So you have this more muted color palette and then a bold color palette in all of the 8 areas here. This is so these are circles. These are hearts, and so with the hearts you have, again, all of the different colors, and you have these darling little hearts that you can use. Another page of the hearts, but these are the bold colors. And then you have some boxes. So these are just your rectangular boxes, and these are flags. You have 3 flags in each of these colors. Here's some more. Here's the same thing, but these are striped. So you have the beautiful stripes. And then you have another page with the stripes. And here you have some big flags with the heart. You have some bigger boxes and some more of those flags. Some more bigger boxes, bigger flags, and smaller flags. If you can't tell, there's like 3 flags in each of these. Here you have some little bitty flags, and they're so cute. Let me see if I can grab one so you can see it a little bit better. So here you have like these cute little flags. I'm not sure that they're showing up so well, but they're so cute. Some more of the flags in the bolder colors. Some longer flags in the more muted color, and then some longer flags in the bold color. And then you have the little banners in each of the goal setting areas. So I love this book. I think it is so nice. And if you can't see, there is a beautiful texture to this book. So I'm super excited about it. This is what one of the little mini flags look like. So super cute. Another thing that will be back this year are these bookmarks. They come in these gradients from lighter to darker gray, and this one says my vision, this one says monthly goals, and this one says this week. So you can put these in different places. I'm not sure where the vision, if it has an intended place, if it's supposed to be on the vision board or something, but I kept these at my yearly goals. I keep my monthly, obviously, at the monthly goals, and then this week at where we currently are in like the week of the year. So, and they also have these cute little quotes at the bottom that says dream big, dare to grow, and just begin. So I super love these. They're like very sturdy and thick, nice planner bookmarks, and they will be back again. If you didn't get them last year, I highly recommend. So there are some other things to watch for throughout the year. She does, for those of you who you're interested in the goal setting system, but you already have your planner for next year, she actually has some companion notebooks that will be coming out at the end of this year. They should be available, I think, in November, they'll be shipping. Anyway, they'll be shipping before the end of the year, and they are a book. They're a set of 4 books, one for each quarter, that has all of the goal setting pages that are in this will be in those books. So you can tuck them into the folder in the back of your current planner, or use them in different ways. So I'm super excited about those. Those companion notebooks will retail for $48. They're 5x7, which I think is an A5 size, A6, A5. I don't know. I can't remember what that is. 5x7. And they will each be 60 pages. They are the same beautiful 120 GSM recycled bright white paper, and they have full coloring throughout them. I love the way that they look. They have the stripes on the front in 4 different colors, and they have a laminated back cover pocket and gold foil quote on each cover. So they're super beautiful. There's a few things that you can look ahead to as well. They won't be listed at launch, but watch for some things. There'll be some dot grid notebooks, which I'm so excited about. Adhesive pen loops that can be used on these. There'll be magnetic bookmarks as well as some notepads. So watch for those with the MakseLife. And that is the 2021 MakseLife Planner. I'm so excited. Let me know if you are a horizontal or a vertical girl, or if you're a companion notebook person, if you already have a planner that you're going to go with the companion notebooks this year. And I hope that this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. See you, bye.